Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Please excuse me for being a few minutes late. As you can see by my background, I am not at home. I am not in my usual setup. I'm traveling, visiting family in the Maryland area. So I am using a slightly different setup. It's not my normal. And so I was trying to, what I normally do for the show and setting everything up clearly did not happen. And of course, at the last minute, did not work. So I apologize for it being delayed. But we are going to jump right into it because two things are going to happen. We have a lot to talk about as it pertains to Marvel, spoilers, everything that happened at San Diego Comic-Con, but most importantly, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. And we're going to talk a little bit of trailer reviews. We're going to do everything. So again, you're going to see me kind of fumbling around as my setup is a little different than it normally is. So let me make sure I can see everybody. If you're here, hello. Again, I should probably start that. This is the Big Auntie Energy Show. I am Shawnee's, your normal host. And today we don't have any special guests. It is just going to be me. So I'm going to make sure that number one, I can see everybody. I can see comments. Let me make sure that let me make this public as always. Okay, it's public. Everyone on Facebook, I should be able to see you, hear you. How are you guys doing? And of course, we're live on YouTube and Twitch, Big Auntie Energy Show. We're going to jump right into it. So let me pull up our first topic of conversation today. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I can see everything in the comments, and I can, which is great. Can you guys see me, hear me? I got a thumbs up. So if you can see me, hear me, give me a thumbs up, something so I know I am not talking to myself and that my mic is working. I think it is. So anyhow, we're going to get right into it. Last week I wasn't here, as I said, been traveling. But the news week was pretty slow last week. I didn't really see any major announcements, anything really big happening before the show. But of course, after the show, the 2022 San Diego Comic-Con happened. And what's really fun about Comic-Con, which I personally would love to go at some point in time, that's kind of a bucket list thing. But at Comic-Con, they talk all things, everything. So not just Marvel or DCEU news. There was, announcements about The Walking Dead, a lot of popular shows, and of course, comic book news. That's how Comic-Con started. So, hi, hello, Layla from San Diego. Thank you. I'm just glad people can hear me because like I said, my setup is way different from how it normally is. So I'm glad that that's working. So yes, San Diego Comic-Con happened last week. There were a lot of great announcements. Of course, they had some trailers that they showed that only the people at Comic-Con could actually see, which of course I dug deep into the bowels of the internet to see if I could see any type of sneak peek, someone's grainy phone video of it, but couldn't find it. So we're going to talk about the things that were revealed, and a few things that I'm really excited about. And of course, as it says in the title, we are going to talk and go deep when it comes to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the trailer that we finally saw. And as you know, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is going to be coming out November 11th of 2022. So 11/11/2022. I have a lot of feelings about it. I've been talking to a lot of my friends about it. If you remember my guest from 2 weeks ago, I had Kayla and JB from Almost Blurs. Kayla and I, like I said, we go all the way back to freshman year of college. And so we've been talking about it all, honestly, since the trailer has come out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And my first topic I want to talk about is Warner Brothers. And we got a second trailer for Black Adam, which is starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And we also got the Shazam 2 trailer. So let me see if I can pull up this info. Again, I do not have my two monitors, so we are going to see how this works. That's not going to look good. Yes, here we go. Let's see how this works, y'all. I ain't even going to sit here and hold you. All right, that is definitely not the right one that I want to see. So here we go. News, big news and announcements from the Warner Brother panel at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. So let's see, can I pull up Black Adam? Okay, so here's Black Adam. I'm sorry, here is Shazam. So the Shazam 2 trailer came out. I will admit, out of a lot of the Warner Brothers and DCEU properties, Shazam is the one that I'm actually the most excited about. Their first movie, Shazam 1, was actually pretty good. I would not sit here and lie and say that it was like one of the best movies or the best properties they have. No, but to me, when I look at Shazam, I equate it to more of their lighthearted, more fun. The character Shazam is a little bit more comical, along with the other young friend who is constantly with him, kind of like the sidekick, the guy behind the chair. So when Shazam 2 was being announced, I was actually really excited about it. I think it's a very fun movie. It's a movie you can see with young kids, teenagers. There's a lot of as I like to call, like teenage humor in there. But it doesn't get too cheesy. I think it's one of those movies that the entire family can go see. The trailer, when it was announced and released, it's called Shazam: Fury of the Gods. It showed some of the villains in there, but most importantly, it seems to have a lot of the same heart. You see the kids, they're in their adult form a little bit more. Of course, one of my favorite actresses, Megan Good, is in this movie. So it's nice to be able to see her in this movie and in this role. I will say, if I was going to give a ranking for the Shazam 2 movie, it's definitely, I would say 7 out of 10. I would pay to go see it. Probably wouldn't pay like IMAX or anything crazy like that, but definitely looks to be a really, really fun movie. I would play it. Let's see if I can play the trailer. Let's see what happens when I do that. I've never done this. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Can you guys hear this? If you're in the comments on Facebook, let me know if you can see or hear this. Actually, you know what I also need to do? Let me know if you can hear the trailer. Tell me. I don't know if it's loud enough. Oh, hold up. Okay, making sure y'all can see the screen. Let's see. Excuse the dead air and the dead noise. I'm also trying to make sure that people can see this. Shoot, I did something wrong. And one thing about trailers, movie trailers, that I really love, and I don't know if you guys can hear this, so please forgive me if you cannot. One thing I absolutely love about movie trailers, it's always about the soundtrack that goes along with the clip. And so I think this is public. I don't know. Shoot, I don't know. Okay, it's public. Okay, never mind. You can't hear. Okay, I'm listening. Nope, nobody can hear it. Damn, I'm sorry about that, y'all. Well, I'm gonna stop it because then that just means I was just sitting here being quiet and nobody can hear it. Anywho, this is the Shazam 2 trailer. Sorry y'all can't hear it. I was trying to do something new where like I could play the trailers and you can kind of hear it and I can give commentary. That clearly didn't work. I also don't know how that works. So sorry. But anyways, definitely check it out on YouTube. I'll put it in the description below if you're rewatching this. But the Shazam 2 trailer, one thing I do like about it is always the soundtrack, and they have an Eminem song on there. I love Eminem. I think it's dope. I will definitely say Shazam 2 is absolutely okay. You can see it, but you can't. Sorry. We can see it, but we can't hear it. Okay. Sorry. I was trying to do something fancy today. I'm going to figure that out. I promise. But yeah, the Shazam 2 trailer, I will say definitely thumbs up. It got me hyped. I definitely plan on seeing this in the theaters. Again, not IMAX or anything fancy or special, whatever the most discounted rate. And I'm going to pay for a child's ticket. The second movie trailer that was announced or shown was the Black Adam trailer, but it was just kind of like a shortened trailer. I think it was only like a minute and a half. I will be honest. There's really nothing about this Black Adam trailer that they call a sneak peek that has me excited about it. From my understanding, Black Adam is supposed to be kind of an anti-villain, kind of in the lines of maybe like a Deadpool, but not as sarcastic. So in this trailer, it really goes into that about, are you going to be a hero or a villain, and what makes it what makes you different. I will say the thing about The Rock being in movies is he's a pretty good actor and definitely gives action. He gives really great movies. He gets very great movies and action movies. And so I'll be honest, because these are Warner Brother properties, if they do Black Adam as only released in theaters, I'll be honest, I am not going to go the first weekend, because I feel like if it doesn't do that great the first 2 weekends, they're going to have it on HBO Max sooner than later. And so if it doesn't do that great the first 2 weekends, I will probably wait till it hits HBO Max. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it doesn't look like it'll be a bad movie, but DC and Warner Brothers, they just haven't given a lot of really great action movies. And most of their action movies and their superhero movies, watching it at home has been kind of the norm for the past 2 years. And they're not even good enough where I would rush to the theaters to see it the first weekend. So Black Adam, obviously having The Rock in it, is going to be their big push for this DCEU and a lot of their new movies and properties. But I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a bean. I highly doubt, like absolutely highly doubt, I'm going to run to the theaters to see this. I'll probably see Shazam on a Friday if I have nothing to do, or a nice Thursday night. But Black Adam, I don't know, very, very mixed. Please let me know in the comments, what are you thinking about Black Adam and Shazam? Have you seen the trailers? Have you been able to see the teaser trailers? I was more excited about the Black Adam, the first trailer, not the clip from the movie, which I thought was stupid that Warner Brother even released an actual clip of the movie. But yeah, Black Adam, I'm gonna see how it does, see what people are saying, and then determine if I go see it in the movies. But Shazam, I'm gonna see it in the movies regardless. But yeah, let me know what you think. Now, when it comes to San Diego Comic-Con, this was kind of it. Warner Brothers did not release much information about any of their other bigger properties. I don't think there was a release date or any conversation about Aquaman 2. They still haven't made much of a decision or released any trailers for The Flash. We know a lot of the issues that, Weirdo Ezra Miller is in trouble for. So they seem to be keeping that kind of quiet, and whether they're going to release it in theaters, if they're just going to put it on HBO Max and let it kind of fall by the wayside. But I didn't really see much else. If you were paying attention to any of the Warner Brother panels, please let me know in the comments if you saw anything that was exciting. Okay, Robin, she says it's all good. So Robin, are you gonna go see both? I would be really curious are you thinking seeing Black Adam and Shazam 2 in theaters, waiting for HBO Max? Because it's gonna go to HBO Max, and that's where I live. Ryan, Aquaman and Justice League Snyder Cut. That's it. Look, I know in this article they did talk about the Snyder Cut and having Zack Snyder over any of the other properties. And now I'm actually gonna go to it because I want to quote this. I do not want to be lying, but from my understanding, there's no more Snyderverse. They are, I don't want to say cutting ties, but if I'm not mistaken, there's not much talk about, Zack Snyder doing much anything. Let me look at this article. News about Aquaman, nothing. A third Wonder Woman, nothing. Any upcoming Batman follow-ups, Batgirl, Static Shock, basically anything about other Warner Brothers titles that's coming up, but no. So again, we haven't seen much of anything about The Flash and all the foolishness with Ezra Miller. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so my Snyderverse comment might be wrong, but that's all we're getting from Warner Brothers this go round at San Diego Comic-Con. They pretty much, the biggest news and the only news was Black Adam and Shazam 2. That's it. That is it. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to see Black Adam and Shazam. You're going to see it in theaters? Brian, you seeing both in theaters? Okay. Like I said, this is a good thing. Brian, if you go see it in theaters and it's good, give me the thumbs up, let me know, and then I'll go see it. But I don't know. I'm not rushing to go pay for Black Adam. I just don't know. I think it's because Warner Brothers has just disappointed me with things like Wonder Woman 84. Yeah, Wonder Woman 84, wildly disappointed, extremely long, just endless and unnecessary plot lines that they abandoned like halfway through the movie. So, and then of course the Snyder cut of Justice League. Good God, like for it to be 4 hours and there still be plot holes or aspects that just were never really necessary or needed. I just don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up and then it dies. Let's see what we got. Where's the cheat sheet for the MCU? I need to get caught up. Phaedra, we got 2 more topics, and we're actually no. The next topic is that. So before you go, we're gonna do a cheat sheet. We're gonna talk all about the Multiverse Saga. Give me a sec. Here we go. Ahmed, hi bestie. Okay, I'm just getting here. Who is the head of DC Films, and what is the direction do they want to have going forward? The answer is nobody knows. Like, one thing about Warner Brother I've noticed in the DCEU, they don't have a face to it. You know, we all know who Kevin Feige is. Kevin Feige is the one who comes out. He announces he's the face you see when they do their Disney Plus Day. Nobody knows what's going on at Warner Brothers. Nobody knows what's coming out, and there's really no face to it. And it's kind of sad, but we have no clue. Do they want a connected universe or just standalone films? I don't think Warner Brothers knows what they want. To be honest, I look at it the same way Kevin Feige told us a few weeks ago, actually last month, saying, hey, we're going to do Marvel's Retreat. We're going into these sagas. We need to make sure that stories connect. So we're going to go away. We're going to take all these directors and producers and heads and VPs, and we're going to make sure we have this entire universe fully ironed out and fleshed out, right? If you were a big Marvel fan, you saw that. Kevin Feige said that. He told us that. The announcements that were made, it was very clear. Hey, they have a direction. When it comes to Warner Brothers, I have absolutely no clue. And I would say it's going to be more of the latter, which is they're just going to have standalone films. I can't see what they're putting together. Okay, Megan Good is in Shazam. Yes, she is. That's the girl. That is the homie. So of course I'm gonna support. So I'm going. Like I said, Shazam. I'm gonna see that. I'm seeing that the first one. Wonder Woman 84 was trash. Absolutely, and I'm so glad it was during quarantine, COVID, and I sat at home. My sister and we watched it. She literally watched it, fell asleep, woke back up, and was like, "Oh my God, this movie is still on." I was like, "Yeah, that's how bad it was." Starting at Avengers Age Ultron. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Oh, and Wonder Woman 84 was awful. Can't stay up long enough to do Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut is ridiculous. It is 4 hours long. Yeah, it's, and I'll be honest, if you decide to do the Snyder Cut and haven't done it, the only aspect of the Snyder Cut that is redeeming of what Justice League is the fact that they finally gave Cyborg his full story arc, and you actually understand what his character was doing in the first one, the Joss Whedon one, and the Snyder Cut actually answers like, oh, this is why this happened. So Snyder Cut is only good for truly understanding Cyborg's character. That's it. And spoiler alert. I think the new guy at Warner Brother is going to reboot Superman because we don't have enough reboots of Superman. Wonder Woman 84 was dark water. It was. Has anyone heard about rumors or leaks for D23? I don't know yet. I haven't heard anything. Are these all on Disney Plus, HBO Max? Oh, look, they talking to each other. My bad. I was just saying it's all good. No need to worry about the sound. Oh, thank you, Robin. Love you, girl. Okay, y'all. Look, Brian, and okay, D23 Expo 2022. Look, I'm trying to go to Comic-Con next year, and maybe I need to get some Disney stock so I can be a part of that. All of Marvel, my Disney Plus. Okay, let's see. Here we go. The DCEU is on HBO Max. It is. And I would think out of all the DCEU that's on HBO Max, the ones that I would recommend if you are interested, I think Doom Patrol is really, really dope. I enjoyed Doom Patrol. The second Suicide Squad was actually really, really good. Their cartoons are pretty dope too. That's pretty much as far as we're gonna get with that. And they should start with Man of Steel, and the post credits should have been meeting Bruce Wayne. I agree. Well, we're going to get on to the fun stuff. As you all know, I am a bigger Marvel fan than anything else. And we're going to go. Wait, what just happened? Comments. Okay. So I was like, what just happened? So we're going to get right into my favorite topic that all of y'all actually care about, which is Marvel. So I decided to put this together in a certain order because I know that those of you watching who are my really good friends, we talk about Marvel, and I said, let's talk about the least controversial topic, and then we're just going to go down to the most. So let's talk Multiverse Saga. This is for Phaedra. We got the announcement at San Diego Comic-Con that we are going into what is called the Multiverse Saga, okay? During San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige not only talked about how they're closing out Phase 4, we're closing out Phase 4 with Wakanda Forever and She-Hulk. So She-Hulk being the Disney Plus series title and Wakanda Forever being the movie title that they're closing out Phase 4. So Phase 4 that we're currently in, we talked super, super deep about Phase 4. I'm not going to go too deep into it. If you're watching this, definitely check out the episode about 2 weeks ago. It is a 2-hour conversation where we dive deep into Phase 4. But we are ending that this year, 2022, with She-Hulk and Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Was that a good Wakanda voice? If that was a good Wakanda voice, y'all, somebody give me a thumbs up. If it was bad, don't put trash. Put trash can if it was a bad Wakanda Forever voice. And definitely, definitely give me a thumbs up if it was a good one. So here we go. If you are following Marvel on Instagram, we are now in what is called the Multiverse Saga. The Multiverse Saga is not, it technically starts with Phase 5. We've gotten introduced to it in Phase 4 with properties like Loki, of course, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which recently came out. It's now on Disney Plus. Spider-Man No Way Home dips into the multiverse. From my understanding, it seems like Marvel was in Phase 4 just dipping their toe in it, right? Like, just a little bit of the multiverse. But Phase 5 and Phase 6, it is called the Multiverse Saga, and we are going to be going deep, deep, deep into the Multiverse Saga. Okay, let me pull up a little bit of deets about this. So, in this article, and I'm going to add it to the YouTube page so that you can check it out and read it for yourself. Marvel, of course, did exactly that. They marveled at San Diego Comic-Con. They were able to talk about all of the reveals as it pertains to Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man 3. If you were able to check out any of the clips online, all of the a lot of the actors actually came out, and I got to check that out too. They talked about Blade. They also gave Blade a date. So there's a release date we have. And they have talked about the Fantastic Four. They also announced the next 2 Avenger movies, which are going to be Avengers Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Now, I know that Ahmed is big on comic books, so Ahmed, definitely add any of your commentary because I know he knows comic books. Secret Wars, I do not know much about, but Kang Dynasty, Avengers Kang Dynasty, that is going to have Jonathan Majors in that. And just from what we saw in the final episode of Loki, Jonathan Majors is all in. I mean, his acting chops are endless. I am beyond excited to see what we're going to get with Kang. We know that Kang is going to be not only he's already appeared in Loki, but he's going to be appearing in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Let's see, let's keep going. So they talked about phase 5 and phase 6. So let's just go deep into what we got going on. So phase 6 has been confirmed. It's going to begin with the Fantastic Four and end with the Avengers movie. So what's really cool about this, as I read this article, and again, please go and check this article out. From what I gathered, when they start phase 6, we are finally going to get the Fantastic Four. They haven't quite said which multiverse or universe we're going to get them in, but it's going to end with both Avenger movies, and both Avenger movies are going to come out in the same year. I think that's awesome. It gives the same feel of what they gave with Infinity Wars and Endgame, which was, we got the first movie. We're like, what's going to happen? Like, they can't all be gone. And then a few months later, we got Endgame, and neither disappointed. Now, could you go in there? It was about 3 hours. I had to go to the bathroom and make sure I, got my liquid situated. But yeah, definitely, I think that's what they're going to do with this Multiverse Saga. And I'm all for it. Of course, they gave us Wakanda Forever, and this is the art for it. Again, this is going to end out phase 4. And did I go too far? Hold on, wait. I think I might be on the wrong one. Hold up. Cancel. I might be on the wrong one because I was trying to show you guys the one where it actually broke down each of the phases, and I don't think that's it. Okay, we're just gonna go with this one. So they also talked about the 4th Captain America film. Of course, this is gonna be Captain America, the black one, with Sam Wilson, which is gonna be called Captain America New World Order. That's gonna be coming in 2024. So I think Captain America, is that part of, this must be a part of phase 6. I don't know. It's giving phase 6. Okay, She-Hulk, Black Panther will conclude Marvel's phase 4. Phase 5 was revealed. Let's see. Oh, yes, this is a picture I wanted to show you guys. Okay, this is phase 5. Actually, before I do that, because I can't see everybody, so I normally have 2 screens where I can see what I'm scrolling and then see comments. I have 1 screen, so sorry, y'all. Let me get back to let me get back to some of the comments, because I feel like I missed stuff. Okay, I heard that D23 is going to reveal Spider-Man for phase 6. Brian, you might have to show me that link, because that's a deep one. Spider-Man 4. Okay, I want to see that. It was Southeast Wakanda. First off, I feel like my Wakanda forever. Yes. I feel like my accent is not awful, so I might be from Southeast Wakanda. I'll claim that. Yes, we're gonna get Kang. We're gonna get Kang. Golly, I'm never going to get caught up. So I will say this. I believe that after we got Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, they've started phase 4 with so many new characters from the TV shows and the movie properties. I don't believe you need to go back to phase 1, 2, and 3 to be caught up, because now that we're literally going to be ending phase 4 in a few months, I can't think of any properties right now, whether it's the shows or the movies, that don't give you a decent enough recap where you don't have to actually go all the way back to understand the characters, the plot lines. There were so many new characters that we got this year, especially going into the timeline. I don't actually think you need to go very far back. They do a lot of really great callbacks in the shows and the movies that I don't know if you need to necessarily start from the very beginning of phase 1. I will say that if you do want to do it, you need to pace yourself, because if I'm not mistaken, watching all of phase 1, 2, and 3, it's like 100 hours or something crazy. I remember seeing an article where it was like it's crazy how much you would have to like go back and look at. And I pulled up the wrong screen. So let's talk phase 5. So phase 5, what we are seeing here, and I do not have my glasses and they are nowhere close to me. Phase 5. Actually, I'm gonna increase. Let's do that. Well, let's do that one more time. Okay, here we go. I hope that's a little clear. At least it is for me, because I don't got my glasses on and I don't know they are. So phase 5, we're going to get the first movie, which is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That That is where we are going to see Kang for the second time. I can't say the first time. That's coming out in February of 2023. The shows we are going to get. So if you're looking at this, I would say it seems like they're mixing in the shows in the movies. So I'm going to try to guess my best, which are shows and which are movies. Ant-Man Quantumanium, that is going to be a movie that's coming out in February 2023. Secret Invasions, that is going to be a show on Disney Plus, and that is coming out spring of 2023. So there's no date. Echo is going to be a show on Disney Plus. That is the star of, she was in Hawkeye, the TV show that was on Disney Plus. She was the young lady who was hard of hearing. She was deaf. So Echo is going to be a TV show. I think that's going to pull in a little bit more from Daredevil, and how they're going to start to slowly kind of intertwine that character that Marvel now has. Echo is coming out summer of 2023, so literally this time next year. Then we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We got to see a little tease of the Guardians in Thor, Love and Thunder. Now, they did show I don't know if it was a teaser trailer or a clip of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 at San Diego Comic-Con, but they have not fully released it, at least not as of yesterday when I was really looking. But they do mention that they see a Gamora in the fields. So I know that Zoe Saldana is very, very busy with Avatar. I do not know if they're telling us she is coming back to play Gamora for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know, but I know that when they talked about it in different articles, they said that a part of the clip that they showed at Comic-Con was of Gamora. So I think it'll be very interesting to see if they're bringing that character back. That comes out May of 2023. Loki season 2 is coming. I will say, out of all of the shows that they did in Disney Plus this year, Loki, not this year, but the past 2 years, Loki is hands down one of my favorite. I think even when we talked about it last week, 2 weeks ago, I think Loki's like top 3, and it's not number 3. Like, I love Loki. I'm excited. There have been pictures that have started to emerge on Twitter of Tom Hiddleston, of course, in character and shooting in London, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely excited. Loki 2 Disney Plus series that is coming out summer of 2023. So next year, this time, The Marvels. I think this is going to be super, super, super dope, because The Marvels has been the buildup of course, Captain Marvel, which is Carol Danvers. We saw that movie in phase 3. And then, of course, we were introduced to Monica Rambeau in WandaVision. And, of course, we just wrapped up Kamala Khan in Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus series. So this is going to be the movie. I think this is like all girl power. We got black, white, brown. Like it's going to be all of them putting their powers together and defeating someone in the universe. So I'm really, really excited about The Marvels. That's going to be a movie, and that's coming out July of 2023. Ironheart. We're going to talk a little bit about this. Ironheart, that is going to be a Disney Plus show, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to have Riri Williams, and we saw a little snippet of her and her Ironheart in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. If you didn't see it, go back, check it out. That was a great tease of what Ironheart is going to be. That's going to be fall 2023. Blade finally has a date. We're going to see that November 2023. No, I have not seen the original Blades yet. I started to watch the movie and I fell asleep, but it was because it was very late. But I promise I am going to watch both Blade 1 and 2 with Wesley Snipes. But the movie with Mahershala Ali is on its way, November 2023. Agatha and the Coven of Chaos. They actually recently changed the name of this show. But yeah, Disney Plus show that's going to be winter-ish 2023, 2024. That sounds like somebody's graduation date. Like, oh, I think I'm going to graduate like winter, like 2023 or 2024. Like, kind of. So, but that's when we're getting Agatha. And Daredevil, Born Again. That's going to be a Disney Plus show. It's going to have Charlie Cox, who was in the original Daredevil show that was on Netflix. But I think it's kind of going to be a reimagination. This will be really interesting. Spring 2024. Thunderbolts. I don't know why I like saying it that way, but Thunderbolts is coming out, and that is going to be a movie July of 2024. And then, of course, we're getting Captain America New World Order. That's going to have the Sam Wilson Captain America. That's coming out May 2024. So that is phase 5. And again, for phase 6, all they have announced is that phase 6 is going to start with Fantastic Four and end with both Avengers, which is going to be not Endgame, both Avengers, which is going to be Secret Wars and the Kang Dynasty. So let me get back into these comments. What do you guys think when you see this? What does this mean to you? Like, again, I love to see that, I love seeing what phase 5 is going to give. This is phase 5. What y'all talking about? What we got going on? How do you feel? In the comics and cartoons, the Avengers have many members and rotating teams, so you don't have to start at phase 1. I love it because, again, you have to go deep if you do. The Marvels is going to be good. I absolutely 100% agree. Miss Marvel grew on me through the show. I'm excited to see what she's going to do. Monica Rambeau definitely was not here for the foolishness once she from WandaVision. And I actually love Captain Marvel. I really did enjoy that movie, fully enjoyed it. Again, I love good soundtracks and movies at the right time. And of course, when they put that No Doubt in there, chef's kiss. So definitely excited to see that. I hope Sam gets a new suit. Why do people not like that white suit? I don't have a problem with the suit. I have a problem with him getting his ass beat the whole time, but that's another story, though. I'm just going to read the wiki page. Look, do what you got to do, but I don't know. Y'all let Phaedra know. I don't know if you got to go back from the very, very beginning to get it. She's like, okay, she's going to watch him. Let's go. Finally, a Black Iron Woman. Hey, I am all for it. And from my understanding, Rhodey, who is played by Don Cheadle, is going to be also in Ironheart. So I think it's going to be very beautiful to have Rhodey there, being that he was best friends with Tony Stark and kind of being that mentor as he's been in the suit. And now Riri is going to be in the suit. So I'm really excited about it. Cues the Young Avengers. Hey, there have been rumors about the Young Avengers, but we haven't seen anything. So I don't know. I don't know when or if we're going to get a Young Avengers, but we indeed shall see. This looks good. It does. I'm telling you, I'm excited about phase 5. I think I'm more excited about phase 5 because it seems like they have the goal. They got the vision. Everybody's on board. And I think we're going to have fun with it. In the Ironheart comic book series, she has Tony Stark as her AI voice, Jarvis. Okay. And could Robert Downey Jr. make a cameo? I could see him doing a voiceover cameo. Obviously not a in-person cameo, unless they make him as like a hologram, but that's going to be a lot of explaining. But yeah, I think that'll be good. Yeah. He says ugly. Wait. It was like, oh gosh. Oh my God. Y'all talking about that suit. I can't with y'all. So look, let's keep going. We're going to go right into the next property that I'm super excited about is the She-Hulk 2 trailer. I'm going to take this down, y'all, because we're going to go into She-Hulk and then we're going to go right into Wakanda Forever. Was that better? Let me know if that was better. She-Hulk 2 trailer came out. I will say this. I saw the first She-Hulk trailer. I was in no way, shape, or form impressed. I wasn't really excited about it and actually thought it looked pretty bad, just like almost everyone on the internet. But the She-Hulk 2 trailer came out. If you haven't caught it, definitely check it out. If you have Disney Plus, I'm pretty sure that they have a lot of the trailers up there. She-Hulk 2, the second trailer looks absolutely awesome. The only disappointment that I'm currently having and still have about She-Hulk is the Hulk. I am real good on this passive aggressive yoga, chakra centered Hulk. I either want regular Bruce Banner with the Caucasian face, or I want Hulk smash. Nowhere in the universe, in the comics, in anything, did we see this whole I'm not going to say comics because again, y'all know I don't watch comics. Read the comics. we have not seen a very passive Hulk. Like when you're green, you're angry. When you are not green, you're a little more logical and you're super smart and brainy. The idea of having this green brainy guy, like this green Bruce Banner, it just is not sitting with me well. So though you see in trailer 2, and let me see if I can even pull that up. This She-Hulk trailer. Though you can see in trailer 2, it's Bruce trying to like center his chi and give all of these great lessons. I'm real good on that. Like I'm really, really good on that. Give me Hulk smash. Oh, okay, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can do it now. We might not hear the sound, but we can at least see it. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Okay, we're just gonna see it. No sound. Um, yeah, I actually really like this second trailer. I think that the graphics of She-Hulk looked a lot better than the first one. Um, but yeah, like you see this like super passive aggressive Hulk. I'm just not here for it. If you are fan, like y'all, give me something. Tell me what you think about this new Hulk. I'm just not feeling it. Um, okay, 18 episodes for Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage cameo to reintroduce him in MCU. Eh, I don't know. That would have to, it looks like if they do, it's going to have to be phase 6. So we don't know. Chris Evans has 3 more Marvel projects. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe he'll go back in time to return the stones. I actually would not be mad about that. A nice 6 series on Disney Plus of him going back and getting all the Infinity Stones where they need to be. I would not actually, I wouldn't not watch it. I'd watch that for sure. Agreed. I'm ready for Savage Hulk to return. Listen, I don't understand Marvel at this point and their dislike for Hulk. You know, we saw Hulk smash in the first Avengers. But by the and even in Avengers Age of Ultron, we see Angry Hulk. But I don't think Hulk even broke a strawberry or a grape in Endgame or Infinity Wars. That is not Hulk. From the TV show, that is not Hulk. From the movies with Eric Bana and yeah, I think it was Eric Bana and the other guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Hulk smash. Like Hulk is angry. Hulk, like gifts of Hulk are like, give me smashing Hulk. I'm real good on this. Come on, smart Hulk is no. I don't need green Dr. Banner. That's what it is. It's a green Dr. Banner. I don't want that. I want Hulk smash. I want him saying like, look, when I get angry, I'm always angry. Like, give me Hulk smash. Where does the Hulk and Bruce Banner get a white beater that size from 2004 when they was making white beaters in like 2XLs? That's where he got it. Hulk is between praises what I do and I'm so sorry. That is so funny to me. That is legitimately, oh my gosh. I'm literally like almost in tears. Oh my God, my computer is literally about to die. Crap, I forgot to plug it in. Y'all, I might go off camera for 2.5 seconds. I'm gonna grab my charger because we still have one more property to talk about, which is you want Neanderthal Hulk. And the answer is yes, that's exactly what I want. Y'all give me 2.5 seconds. I'm gonna grab my charger because again, my computer's normally charged up and it's not my bad. Whew. Okay, y'all. It took me 2.5 seconds. I had to run, plug it in. Whew. We are good to go. Because I'm telling you, if this feed would have dropped, I would have lost my mind. But listen, you know what? This is gonna be my saddest. I'm actually gonna call a show that when She-Hulk comes out, and we start talking about it, this is what I'm going to refer to Hulk as. Like he's in between praises what I do and nuck if you buck. That is too funny. But yeah, I want Hulk smash. Listen, we are going to get right into it. I'm excited about She-Hulk. I'm going to be watching this series. Of course, I'll be commenting, having friends on talking about it. But yeah, but we got to talk about the Cis de Resistance, which is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the trailer. I know y'all have seen it. Please in the comments tell me how many times y'all seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This trailer. Because I know y'all watched it a lot. Tell me how many times y'all watched it. I'm beyond curious. But this is what we got. We got Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever, the first trailer of the second movie in this property. As we all know, they started filming for Black Panther Wakanda 2. I think they were supposed to start filming summer. They were supposed to start filming in 2020. No, in 2021. Of course, things were delayed because of COVID. And then, of course, and as we all know, the untimely death of Chadwick Boseman. But they have finished it. As many of you have probably seen this a million times, and we're gonna deep dive into this. Wakanda Forever, this movie has had a lot of issues outside of just Chadwick Boseman. Of course, there were early images that were leaked. People started doing speculations. Of course, we know the Letitia Wright situation where she got injured and that delayed. Then she got COVID and went to England and couldn't come back. And that held up this film a little bit. And then, of course, some of she's had some controversial tweets that were coming out, and people were wondering if Marvel was even going to keep her on. So even to get this trailer, I thought was amazing that they did it at Comic-Con. I also think it was necessary. We knew that Wakanda Forever was going to come out in November, so they needed to give us something, and this was the big part of the big announcement. I was able to watch the panel, watch them as they came out. Of course, some of them, like Dceu, was a little emotional when she talked about it, but it was beautiful. If you have not seen the clip from San Diego Comic-Con when they actually come out, it is absolutely beautiful. They have the guys singing with the drums, they dance. Ryan Coogler comes out and is announced. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about Ryan Coogler. That Northern California Oakland accent he has is so freaking cute. I love it. I absolutely love it. What in the world? Okay, y'all. Again, I can't see both of them. What is happening here? It's like a period commercial. Like, what just happened? I'm just gonna run this back. I don't know how that happened, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, watching everyone come out. Also, a lot of the new characters, i.e. Namor. It was really, really dope. If you have not seen the panel discussion, and it's not long, it's maybe 10-ish minutes. Each of them say a little bit, and even you see flashes of Riri Williams in this. And again, the Ironheart literally dropping as she's working. I'm really excited. And let's see what y'all got. Hold on, what did y'all say? Ahmed says he has seen this trailer 10 times repeatedly, at least 10. Yeah, I think I'm in the 10 range. I know I've seen it a lot. I don't know what trailer that can make grown people cry. Yes. Okay. So I did not cry the first time I saw the trailer. I did get a little emotional, and we're gonna go deep into that because again, this is the big thing I wanted to talk about. Everyone's seen this trailer a million times. I think it almost broke YouTube in 3 days. I mean, I think it's one of the highest rated trailers and views that have been going on. I'm calling it now. Nakia or Killmonger is the new Black Panther? Ryan Coogler said he revised the movie script at least 3 times. Yeah, That was another issue with this movie. There were talks of so many revisions. I think even Angela Bassett had came out and said, yeah, they revised the script a few times. That's never that's not always a good thing, but yeah, they had some script issues and they were working on that. Um, Faye just said she cried around the 8th time. So look, as we're watching this, we're going to do a lot of conversation because there's a lot of emotions. There are a lot of thoughts about this. And again, I'm just going to run it back, y'all, because again, I don't know what kind of crazy commercial might come up next. Uh, but yeah, we're going to run it back. Let's get right into it when it comes to Wakanda Forever. I hope, okay, I don't think it's sharing this screen, but we're going to go into it. So my initial reactions, my initial reactions. So again, as I said, I saw this multiple times. My initial reactions when I saw this trailer was wow. Scenic. It was very scenic. It's cinematic. A lot of these shots, this shot right here with the Dora, absolutely beautiful. You know, it was definitely really emotional, but really introducing Namor, and showing who these new villains are, I think is amazing. And Ahmed O'Brien, those of you who know, give me a little more detail about Namor. I have not Googled and Wikipedia'd it fully. But I know Namor is, and I was going to say the Atlanteans, but they're not. I know Namor is one of the big, I want to say villains, but I know that they go to war with Wakanda quite often, and there's been a lot of plot lines and storylines with Namor and T'Challa. Of course, we see my husband, Winston Duke. And oh my gosh, if you have not, one thing about the clip when the panel came out, Winston Duke came out full M'Baku mode, and hearing the crowd do the call and response, oh my gosh, like Winston Duke, give him the things. But yeah, I would say my first initial reactions was absolutely wow. But most important was the soundtrack. I am a soundtrack person. I'm a music person. I truly believe it gives the movie a little more oomph. Hearing Kendrick Lamar towards the end of this, literally, the first thing that came to mind was, please tell me Kendrick is doing the music. He's got to be doing the soundtrack. I hope Kendrick is doing the soundtrack. I know for me, when the first Black Panther came out, when the Black Panther album came out, which I think came out 2 months before the actual movie, I listened to that Black Panther soundtrack every single day in my car. Every time I got in my car, I played the Black Panther soundtrack. Kendrick Lamar is a genius, so creative. And he painted the picture of Wakanda and what the streets of Wakanda may sound like and the vibes of Wakanda. So hearing Kendrick at the end on the music for this trailer, I am like, fingers crossed, please put Kendrick on the soundtrack. I don't see who else can do it the way he does and the way he did for the first movie. So those were my initial reactions. Let me see what y'all are saying. Okay, I'm glad Namor is Michael Phelps Olympic fit and not Jason Momoa swole. Okay. I love the Mesoamerican representation. Absolutely. I saw a really interesting TikTok. I think Kayla sent it to me, where you see a lot of Mexican American and Latinx TikTokers who were like, thank you. You know, there has been no representation of us in the MCU, and for Black Panther to already have their world and bring in these people, I bring in Latinx actors, like actual actors. A lot of them I know on TikTok have been, you know, praising Ryan Coogler and Marvel for finally giving them representation. And FYI, that's just where the MCU is going. They've been very, very open about inclusion moving forward. They have talked about it and they've been about it. You know, we've seen more inclusive characters in Marvel properties. And so that's just the way that Marvel's going. And I agree. I'm really excited to see this representation in here. Tim singing No Woman No Cry did it for me. Yeah. So I didn't know it was her at first. I'll be honest, I don't listen to Tim's. But yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. And of course, Queen Mother Ramona is up there and like, they took my children. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I feel like Ahmed is gonna cuss me out later with my awful accent. But yes, he's so wishy-washy in the comics. 1 minute he's working with Doctor Doom, next minute he's an Avenger. I'm assuming you're talking about Namor, so that is very, very interesting. Her voice, my goodness, yes, Tim's voice. I mean, again, the music and then the cut. That mix of No Woman No Cry with Kendrick Lamar's We Gonna Be All Right, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's I love mashups too. I love a good mashup. And again, give me Kendrick all day. Honestly thought it was Sade at the very beginning. Yeah, I didn't know who it was. I definitely didn't know it was Tim's, but I love that. I love that for her. I think it's for her. It was just announced. It was just announced Namor is not from Atlantis in the MCU. He's from and is in a city. Okay. Yeah. As I was like, I was gonna say Atlantis, but I might be wrong. Oh, I don't know what that means. So I'm not gonna read that. Okay, the T word is a mythical Aztec city. If this is true, I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, I'm here for all the representation and I'm here for all of that. All right. Like I said, I'm going down my little thing. Winston Duke like I said, at San Diego Comic-Con, he really did the great call and response. I love it. So the gentleman who is playing Namor, his name is Tenoch Huerta. Tenoch Huerta. I hope I'm saying that right. I practiced it. I really did, y'all. I practiced it, and I'm like, I think I'm saying this right. But during the panel, Tenoch was able to speak, and he, again said he's excited to play Namor, but most importantly, the inclusion. He thanked Marvel Kevin Feige for being forward thinking and actually doing that. But I thought what was really beautiful, he also spoke in Spanish. I caught a few words, but a lot of it was just like thanking Marvel. The few words that I did recognize were thanking Marvel and gracious. I do remember, I think I heard gracious. But I think what his comments were very, very important on so many levels. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely go to the San Diego Comic-Con, the panel, specifically the Black Panther one, and check out what Tenoch said. I thought it was absolutely awesome. We're going to tie this up really quickly. What we saw in some as I like to call my uneducated plot predictions. Okay, so as you can see, I'm playing it over and over so I can make sure I don't forget some of my thoughts. So the first thing I want to ask all of you who are listening, what are your thoughts, or how do we think Chadwick's death will be put into this movie? So I've been having this conversation with Kayla very extensively over the past few days. When it comes to this trailer and the scene, of course, with Chadwick's face in mural, that was the first part that choked me up. Of course, we know Chadwick's untimely death due to colon cancer. And then in my personal opinion, a very rushed announcement that they would not be recasting T'Challa. I thought it was a little premature. I know Brian and I have had this conversation on phone calls. Of course, we talked after it happened in the hurt. And then we, as time has passed, we've talked even more about it. I still feel that it was rushed. And I actually do feel a type of way that they have put Chadwick's face as that mural. And I think what's gonna bother me a little bit about how they have talked about they're going to honor Chadwick Boseman in this movie is that they're using the actual actor's death and putting it upon the character's death, which I don't like. If you follow me on Instagram, I recently reposted a video that that was on E-Man's movie reviews on his page of Van Lathan, who used to be of TMZ fame, talked about when it came to killing off this character. I'm not a big fan of the idea of killing off a character because the actor passed. I think you can separate those two things, and still honor that character. And the best way I can share my feelings is similar not to other superhero characters like Superman and Batman, which we know they've had a million. I mean, they've had two Flashes on TV and in movies. So I'm not talking about that. But for me, I think of Stan Lee. We know that Stan Lee made cameos in all of the Marvel movies. If it was a good Marvel movie and Stan Lee was behind it, we saw images, we saw Stan Lee in it. You know, he does his cameos. Even when we think about the Miles Morales Spider-Man movie, the cartoon, you still have Stan Lee in it. And even after he passed, they continue to honor him by having him in pictures and clips in some type of way in different Marvel properties. They did not stop Marvel movies or stop the comics because Stan Lee died, right? They kept it going and they memorialized him, but they didn't, you know, you can memorialize people even in their passing in characters, right? Because Stan Lee never technically played Stan. He played, you know, a guy on a train or the guy grabbing a soda and drinking it because it had Hulk's blood in it and gamma radiation, right? There are so many ways that I feel they can honor Chadwick in so many different ways without actually killing the character T'Challa, and really mostly because there's so much more T'Challa's story to tell. Now, I know everyone's going to say, hey, but Nate Moore, if I'm not mistaken, came out and said there's just no more T'Challa in 616, the 616 universe, but there could be other T'Challas in other universes, and maybe they'll bring them into the 616 or other ways in the MCU. Here is my counter to that. How are they going to explain other T'Challas or other people in other universes, right? If you've watched Multiverse of Madness, I think they touched on it. And again, if you saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they are very clear that yes, you can go into other universes, but you cannot stay there. When you're in other universes, you could cause issues, rips in the fabric of time. You watch What If, they talk about that, right? Like ways that you can interrupt the fabric of time. Loki talks about it. So it is a little disheartening when I hear people say, oh, well, he'll be in other universes and, you know, he'll show up here. Well, I don't think other T'Challas, if you will, in other universes can live in the 616 because that can be an issue with the timeline. You can interrupt the timeline. So I am a part of Team Recast T'Challa. There are a lot of other people. There's a petition for it. The person who started it, which is Emmanuel Noisette of E-Man's movie reviews, he has a lot of really great takes about it and what the Recast T'Challa movement is. So I think he speaks to it significantly better than I can because that is something he started and he feels super passionate about. But I am a part of that. I do not personally want to see the death of Chadwick in the movies because as Black people, I think it's just going to be wildly emotional for us. So let me get into some of the comics because I'm curious of how do you feel about how they're going to handle Chadwick, how they're gonna handle Chadwick's passing in this movie. Let's see. I saw some of it. Let me get to it. Okay, Angela Bassett, Oscar for Best Supporting Actress 2023. If I could vote, I'd vote for it. They didn't want to cross-reference with DC and Aquaman by not calling it Atlantis. Okay, great, because I feel like that's where Namor is from, but I was like, I feel like they called it something else, so that's good to know. He fought in battle and became very sick. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking they'll say he had a sickness. Okay, Sterling. My thing is T'Challa, aka Chadwick, or T'Challa the character. he's the Black Panther. He has the heart-shaped herb. He has, a vibranium suit. I think adding that he fought in battle or is sick, to me, especially using that he was sick, that's how Chadwick passed, right? Like, why are we mixing his real death with the character's death by him being sick? I don't, if that is it, if they use the storyline that he was sick, I will be legitimately pissed off. I will be very honest. If they go, I would rather them say, and and what Brian is saying, that he fought in battle and died or something, which again, how they explain that, we don't know. But if they use the fact that this character was sick and died, I'm going to be pissed. Like, I'm going to be pissed off, super pissed. And honestly, if they do that, the family, the Boseman family, should also be pissed and sue Marvel for like some, maybe a name, image, likeness or something. I don't know, but the Boseman family should be pissed off and literally sick to their stomach if that is what they end up doing with this character, T'Challa being sick and dying. I will be very pissed off if that happened. Van was pissed, absolutely. And there's a really interesting part. If you have not, definitely go on. Again, the video of Van Lathan is everywhere. Again, or you can go to E-Man's movie reviews. His Instagram page has the video of Van Lathan. You can watch the whole thing. I think it's about 4 minutes. Van articulates it beautifully, but most importantly, the very end part, that last minute that he talks about it, that is the main point of it. And that's what should stick out about this. Since this is a multiverse saga, bringing Wesley Snipes as an old school T'Challa, I mean, they could, and Wesley is doing his thing. Look, he paid his taxes. He got it. So, yeah. Although in the comics T'Challa dies and Shuri becomes a Black Panther, that is very true. But there were so many more stories before that happened. And the other reason why I will say, Brian, I think the rewrites, here's my theory. Again, my uneducated theory. They are not going, I think they considered and thought, okay, we're just going to elevate Shuri. We're going to elevate Shuri Letitia Wright as, taking over the mantle, becoming Black Panther. And I think they were going to try to bank on her the same way they banked on like a Tom Holland being young and holding a franchise. And then Twitter happened. And then she got injured on the movie set. And then she got stuck in England with COVID. I think that was a part of the rewrites. I think that was a lot of the rewrites. I think they lost faith in her and said, hey, we think she could do this. Like, yeah, let's Letitia Wright. And I think all of those things started to happen while shooting, and somebody tugged on Ryan Coogler and tapped him on the shoulder and was like, so look at here. This ain't gonna work. We're gonna need to figure this out and rewrite this, because yeah, sure you ain't gonna be able to carry this franchise. Like, Letitia ain't gonna be able to do it. So Ryan, work your magic. And yeah, her being Black Panther and elevated in this movie, that ain't gonna happen. And so the reason why I have this theory of that's why they did so many rewrites was because I don't believe they think Letitia Wright can carry a franchise. She has shown that physically she cannot carry this franchise. If you look at the video of them on the panel at at San Diego Comic-Con, she kind of looks irritated. Again, uneducated opinion. She looked a little irritated up there on the panel. And I don't know if she looked irritated in a way of like, okay, I'm real good on this. Like, she just didn't seem there, like a part of wanting to be excited. Like, she didn't even seem excited about the franchise. And I think if they would have elevated her to Black Panther, I feel like she would have shown a little bit more excitement about being on that stage. But she just looked so like, so I don't know if they're going to do Shuri. I'm sure Ryan ran it by the family before he said it. And so, I agree. I think so. Even though I wanted to see T'Challa meet Storm, absolutely. And we're getting the X-Men. I think X-Men are coming in phase 6 of the Multiverse Saga. Hence Nakia or Killmonger as Black Panther. I will be honest, that last clip, hold on, let me go. I'm gonna pause this clip right here. Hold on. Where is it? Oh shoot. Stop it. This clip right here. Okay, I need to pause it. Shoot, what just happened? No. I'm trying to give y'all the clip that this. Now, hear me out. This is the clip. Y'all just saw how long it took me just to stop it, right? We got a millisecond of Black Panther. Again, another uneducated. This gives the idea, thoughts, and indication that this is Killmonger. Because if you saw Black Panther, the first one, Killmonger's Black Panther suit has the gold trim. It has it's gold. Whereas T'Challa's suit has purple. You see the purple of the vibranium and the themes of Wakanda. Whereas Killmonger's was more gold, and maybe that was because he, is not initially from Wakanda. He's Wakandan adjacent. He's Wakandan American. We know Killmonger's Wakandan American. But most important, now, of course, we know this could be a psych out because Marvel does psych out in most of their trailers. Like we saw that with Spider-Man. They showed us clips, right? They showed us a still, an image. It was the actual image, but they took out, obviously, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Same thing with Avengers Endgame, that scene of all of them running. We know the actual scene in the movie is not all of them running, right? We know that they moved and changed some of the characters in that clip. Though I think the color of the suit is a fake out showing Killmonger's colors, I do believe this Black Panther is entirely too thick to be Shuri. I think this is the real Black Panther. Whether it's a Black Panther in another universe that comes and that's why it's gold, that it may be. If it is Killmonger, I would not be surprised because I was on Michael B. Jordan's Instagram and it's real sparse, just like it was when he did the first movie. So yeah, my uneducated guess, it could be Killmonger, but I'm gonna tell you who is not. That is not Letitia Wright. That's absolutely not Letitia Wright. Maybe M'Baku. Maybe. All right, Alicia, what's up, girl? I don't think she was ever going to carry the franchise. She wasn't. She didn't. She doesn't have it, and I think they knew, especially after that injury. I think they was like, yeah, she ain't it. Maybe if Chadwick had completed 3 to 4 films, then she became Black Panther. I 100% agree. No lies told. I think if Chadwick had done about 3 more films, and maybe then if he had gotten sick or gotten, or walked away from it and took, care of himself or whatever he decided to do, I think then they would have been like, okay, now we can go ahead and do the whole Shuri saga and elevate her. But I think with the one film and what she's got going on, this is not Shuri. This is not skinny Letitia Wright. This is not her. And I think of all the Marvel fake outs, them thickening her up for this, I don't think they did that. I really don't. We need to recast to see that T'Challa versus Namor rivalry and Science Bros. T'Challa and Dr. Reed Richards when the Fantastic Four come out. Ahmed said it. Two other things I want to say. I actually moved the little black one. Well, actually, one more thing. Sorry, my third thing. We already just kind of talked about it, and naturally that happened. Have you watched What If? There's a What If episode of them being in Wakanda, and the What If episode is about what if Killmonger was able to get what if Killmonger was able to have his actual plan of taking over Wakanda, what if that actually worked? So if you haven't seen that What If episode, go see it. And the reason why I think this is important is because in What If, one thing that I thought was really dope that they did was certain properties, they showed you kind of a glimpse of what we saw in the movie. So if you saw the What If episode with Doctor Strange, it gave a glimpse, a pretty almost accurate glimpse of what happened in Multiverse of Madness. If you watch the Killmonger episode, the What If Killmonger episode, there are aspects of that episode we see in the trailer. We see Queen Ramona. Is it Ramona or Ramonda? I think it's Ramonda with the D. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. But I'm going to say Queen Mother because that I can't mess up. We see Queen Mother, Angela Bassett, give this speech. So the speech that she gives in this trailer, we actually see that in What If. So there are a lot of parallels to the show that they did for What If. I'm going to play the trailer again for the 800th time. I'm giving YouTube all the views. There is a scene, and again, I know you guys can't hear it, but you've saw it a million times. There are scenes in her speech that are literally similar to what is said and done in the What If episode. And so that is another reason why I said, hey, this could actually be Killmonger. Because remember, especially when we saw Michael B. Jordan denying that, like, Killmonger is dead, y'all. I get it. All these fan theories, Killmonger is dead. He's gone. He's, in the water where his ancestors chose death over bondage, right? But things happen, things change. And when Marvel writes you a check, you can change up your thoughts and ideologies. But yes, in the episode of What If, a lot of the commentary, specifically when you see Queen Mother talking and she's in front of the UN and all that stuff, and giving that battle cry in charge when they actually go into battle in What If, you see Ramonda doing that, and there was a lot of parallels in this that seemed very similar to the What If episode, and we do know that some of the What If episodes tie in to the films. So I'm curious if any of you have seen the What If episode with Killmonger, and I think it's called like What If Killmonger was able to do what he wanted to do. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Hey Gabby, hi boo. Welcome to the conversation. We're almost done, y'all, I promise. I think somehow we're going to be introduced to Storm in this. Storm. Okay, so there was a fan theory that Michaela Cole, when she was announced to be in this movie, that she was going to play Storm. People were wondering what Michaela Cole's character was going to be and if she was going to be Storm. But we see, of course, in the clip, she's not Storm. And they have not said that they're bringing mutants. I don't know when it could be. I'm not gonna not say that, but yeah, it could be. Here we go. Yeah, and Chadwick was supposed to be in Doctor Strange 2. Star-Lord T'Challa. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see in another multiverse there being a Star-Lord T'Challa. I actually really enjoyed that episode. But yeah, y'all, that's a little bit of all I had to say for this one. Again, what are your thoughts about Wakanda Forever? Are you guys excited? Who's gonna see it first weekend? Are you excited? Yeah, but I am temperamenting my expectations for this movie. And it is solely because I know it is going to be emotional. I know they are going to do things to make us cry in the theater. If you've gone on YouTube and seen trailer reactions, most of them are people crying. Most of them are people getting very emotional watching this trailer and giving their reaction. So I think the movie is going to do the same. I think it's going to be extremely gut-wrenching. But I really hope they do not play too heavy into that theme because I want to enjoy this movie. I really, really want to enjoy this movie. So I hope that whatever they do, it just isn't too heavy on the passing, right? And I hope in Ryan Coogler, I will trust. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing this first weekend. Let me know if y'all seeing this first weekend. Are y'all going to wait till the crowds die down? Which, again, this is Black Panther 2. This is going to hit $1 billion. Black Panther 2 is going to hit $1 billion. period. And Black Panther 2 might surpass Spider-Man, for sure. Black Panther's hitting $1 billion. Black Panther indeed might surpass Spider-Man. Black Panther, I think, is going to have a longer run in theaters. I don't think it's going to get a 45-day or even a 60-day run in theaters. I truly believe Black Panther, which comes out November 11th, 2022. Okay, let me kill the screen. We've seen that. Black Panther 2 comes out November 11th, 2022. Comes out right before Thanksgiving. Comes out right before the Christmas holiday season. Because Avatar comes out this December also, which we know is going to be a big movie. It's a big James Cameron movie. That is another movie I will see going in. I don't know if Black Panther 2 is going to beat out financially, like in the box office. I don't know if it's going to beat out Avatar, but I will tell you, it is still going to give Avatar a run for their money. And I don't think they're going to pull Black Panther 2 even in December after Avatar comes out. I think it's going to have such a big and successful run, even a month in, even after 30 days, that they're going to be like, let it run along with Avatar. I think Avatar is going to be in theaters. It's going to do $1 billion. And I think Black Panther 2 is still going to wade out and do numbers, even into December with the 60-day run. I think the only drop off that Black Panther 2 might get is opening weekend of Avatar. And I think Black Panther will remain in that 2 or 3 spot even once Avatar comes out. Let me know your predictions, what your thoughts are. Okay, I think we'll have a 2-hour runtime. I think so. I think they actually said that. I think it is going to have a 2-hour runtime. The biggest family reunion and funeral all in one. And yeah, everybody's dressed in all white. I know in some of my group chats, people have been talking about, hey, we should buy out, our chapter, buy out a theater or do a few other things for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I'm definitely going to dress up. I don't know what I'm going to have on, but I'm going to do something for it. All right. I'll go the first weekend. I do think that the community will not come out like the first one. Okay. Because of this controversy. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. And I will say, I think once it comes out and reviews start to hit, I think that's going to be another really big determining factor of how long the run is going to be, if they're going to go the full 60 and even extend it maybe even to 90 days in theaters. I think if the movie comes out and Black people are mad, I think all they're going to do is 60 days. But I think if they come out and Black people are like, this was great, it was amazing, and, all the big YouTubers and bloggers, if it gets that, 99% on Rotten Tomatoes or 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, I think it'll have the longer run, that 60 to 90-day run. But I think if this starts to fall a little flat, I think it'll just get 60 days. And like I said, once Avatar hits and it starts to dwindle off, I think it might be a DOA. But I think it'll get at least 60 days. And I think even when Avatar comes out, I think it's going to be kind of like that Top Gun thing, right? Like Top Gun was like in the movie theaters forever and it was just doing really well. It just kept coasting. Even when Thor: Love and Thunder came out, Top Gun was still doing good in the theaters. I think that's how Black Panther 2 is going to be. I think it's just going to kind of float around for a while if it's good. Black Panther was in theaters for at least 4 months. Yeah, the first one was. It was in theaters forever. Like forever, ever. So, yeah. That's it. Look, I spent like 30 minutes on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I'm going to close it out with I'm going to close this out real quick, y'all, with like, I got a Black woman moment. I need to rant for a moment. Y'all got to give me a minute and a half to rant. I have that. And then I want to announce my August shows. I have a really, really fun thing that's going on for my August shows. And I want to talk about that. So give me 3 more minutes and I promise we done. So let's get that down. And I need to have a quick Black woman moment. Okay. Quick one. And I wasn't going to do this week, but I had to because of a movie trailer that I saw. The movie trailer is a movie. I don't know if some of you guys have seen it. I think the trailer came out Monday. They are doing a movie called Till, Till, for Emmett Till. As many of us know, Emmett Till was a young boy from Chicago. He went to visit family in Mississippi, was accused um, of whistling at a white woman who then told her husband or fiance. White people went and killed him, murdered him brutally. When his body was brought back to Chicago and for the funeral, Mamie Till, his mother, chose to keep his casket open because America needed to see the brutality of lynching and killing of Black bodies. We know this story. As Black people or African Americans, we understand how we know and have always known how awful what they did to Emmett Till was. If you watch Lovecraft Country, they touch on Emmett Till. They show him. They have his character. They have him in the movie, his character, if you will, and they even call him by his nickname, which I think was Bobo. And even in Lovecraft Country, they reimagine, if you will, or show how he was killed and lynched, but it was with the white woman character. The issue I have with the Till trailer, if you have seen the Till trailer, I am so over Hollywood's obsession with Black trauma and continuing to play into that. What happened to Emmett Till is god awful. And even though I was not even, my mother wasn't even born when that happened, I am beyond irritated with that trailer and continuing to tote Black trauma and Black trauma porn in our faces. Specifically in the trailer, there is a part in it where you hear him screaming. You hear him screaming. You don't see it, but you hear the shrill scream of Emmett Till. I don't need that. No Black person in America needs that. We do not need to constantly relive the traumas of that, specifically, even when the Department of Justice and the State Department, I think in Mississippi, have said that this white woman who is still alive has openly talked about how she lied about it, how it wasn't true, and has never been charged. None of the men who killed him were charged. As we all know, they got off. They lived their own lives. I think most of them, are dead, if not close to it. So we know what she did was awful. We know the trauma of it. Many of us still live it. Because it is still happening in the streets. Why on God's green earth are we still making these type of ridiculous and traumatic movies, specifically going deep into the details of how he died and hearing him scream? Hearing him scream? Stop it. I'm over the Black trauma porn. I am over these movies and shows who don't have a creative bone in their body to maybe even reimagine or do it in a different way. But because I felt Lovecraft Country did it very beautifully, right? And even the idea of reimagining it of like this woman who is kind of cuckoo and putting herself through that. And even in Lovecraft Country, they don't actually show the mangled body. They talk about what people did discuss. Like, I can smell his body from the church from miles away, right? They were able to do it, in my personal opinion. Misha Green did it in a very respectful, in a very non-traumatizing way. This movie is traumatizing. It is absolutely awful. And from the trailer, sorry, I don't want to say this movie is awful. From the trailer, it is absolutely awful that they took the direction of having this young boy and knowing what is happening to him, and that scream. Like, that scream still haunts me. I'm over Hollywood and the Black trauma porn. We don't need it. We are still living in these traumas. Please stop trying to make money off of our traumas. It's bad enough you whitewash it, but there are so many other amazing stories about Black people and those of us from the diaspora. If y'all want to do a movie about the Haitian Revolution. Give me that. Show me Black people fighting back. If you're going to give me a slave movie, show me a slave movie of resistance and ways that slaves resisted, because there are tons of examples. Okay? Stop with the Black trauma porn. I'll end that's my Black woman moment, y'all. I had to do that one. I didn't plan on doing a Black woman moment, but I absolutely had to do that one because it bothered me. It really did. And I need Hollywood to stop with the Black trauma and the trauma porn that they constantly do to us, because they don't do it to anybody else. They don't do it to anybody else. But they constantly do it to us, and I'm not here for it anymore. I don't like it. We're going to close out the show, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Again, I am Shanice. I'm Shanice with the Big Auntie Energy Show. I'm so glad everyone who was able to come, though I was not here last week. But I want to talk about August show. Next week and every Wednesday in August, I am dedicating each show to have my guests come on. I am dedicating each show to educators. Each episode of the Big Auntie Energy Show for the month of August will showcase my friends who are educators. As we all know, educators are hands down some of the best people in the world. I used to be an educator. I have so many friends who are educators. And as they are starting to gear up for the new school year, I thought it would be a great idea to have my friends on, dedicate these shows to educators, and we are fundraising for all of them. So each episode, you're going to see my educator friends. I am also going to put their Amazon wish list in the show description. I am hoping that all of you, each of these weeks, can come on, laugh, joke with us as we talk about all things entertainment, from sports, news, TV, maybe more music, because a lot of y'all enjoyed the music conversation. But not only are we going to do that, we're going to have their Amazon wish list. And I'm really encouraging everyone who watches, even if you're watching the replays in August, that you donate your dollars to helping a lot of my friends who are educators fulfill their to purchase items from their Amazon wish list. So every week in August, I'm going to have my educator friends. We are fundraising for them. We will have their information if you would like to donate money, if you want to go on their Amazon wish list and buy them some crayons or hand sanitizers, because they always need that. But that is going to be starting in August. I'm super excited. I still have like 2 more slots. So if you are an educator and you would love to come on the show and talk all things entertainment, news, music, football, because we're going to be talking football in August. If you're an educator and you'd be interested in doing so, or being on the show, if you're a counselor, an admin, but if you work in a school and you want to be on the show, you can make a comment below. You can DM me. My email is on my YouTube channel, but reach out. I still have some spaces. Of course, make sure that you are you're liking this video, but you're also subscribing to my YouTube channel. You're following me on IG. I'm going to be posting this every single day on Instagram. So that's my information scrolling across on IG and Twitter, which is the_Bay_show. But yes, we are the entire month of August. I'm super, super excited. I came up with this idea randomly a few weeks ago. I reached out to a lot of my educator friends, and they are going to be on the show. So actually, one of my educator friends is in the comments, and she's going to be on the show in August. So yes, let's get their Amazon wish list completely fulfilled. We're going to do some donations, but every episode in August, it's all about educators. It's all about our school counselors, our school social workers. I mean, even if we got some cafeteria workers who want to be on the show, we are here to support educators for the entire month of August. I'm super excited about the August shows, y'all. I'm so excited. So next Wednesday, the first Wednesday in August, I'm having 2 of my educator friends, and we're gonna get their Amazon wish list fulfilled. So I'm really excited about that, and really excited to really just even finally announce it. But it's been on my Instagram for a while, so I'm really excited. I will see all of you next Wednesday. Like I said, August Teacher Appreciation Month, but I appreciate everyone being here. If you're watching the replay, make sure that you subscribe and get here on time next week, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're just going to have another new show. I'm going to have some guests on, and it's going to be really, really fun. I appreciate all of you for hanging out, watching, commenting, being a part of the conversation. Again, I am Shanice, giving nothing but big auntie energy here on the Big Auntie Energy Show. I hope all of you guys have a good one. I will see you next Wednesday. Peace out.